Hello, dear students. Today we are going to study the present perfect. This is Miss Gladys Machado. First of all, we are going to see the form of the present perfect. In all the English books, at the end of each one, you can see a list of verbs in different tenses, in present, in past, and in past participle. Let's say some examples. Here we have 3 verbs: speak in present, eat, drink, and then in past, spoke, ate, drunk, and in past participle, spoken, eaten, and drank. We are going to use the present perfect with the past participle of the verbs. Let's see how we form the present perfect. The present perfect is formed with the auxiliary have, has, and the past participle of the main verb of the sentence. We use have for I, you, we, you, they, and we use has for he, she, and it. The form of the verb in past participle is the same for all the persons. Now, let's see one use of the present perfect. We use the present perfect to show the result of an action. For example, look at this little kid. He's doing an action. He is eating a donut. But after a few minutes, what happened? The donut disappeared. So it means that George has eaten a donut. Let's recognize if a sentence is in simple past or present perfect. Remember that the simple past is when the action is done, is finished, and the present perfect is when the action started in the past up to the moment that we are speaking. She traveled to France a few years ago. What tense is it? Simple past or present perfect? Yes, it's simple past. She has traveled to France several times. What tense is it? Yes, present perfect. As you can see here in the first sentence that is in simple past, the time is mentioned, a few years ago. But in the sentence of the present perfect, we don't mention the time, we just say several times. Let's see another example. A well person, well-known person, okay? Here we have Jaime Bailey. Jaime Bailey wrote 2 books in 2015. Is that simple past or present perfect? Yes, simple past. Let's see. He has written 23 books. What tense is it? Yes, present perfect. As you can see, in the simple past, we mention the time, but in the present perfect, we don't mention the time. Another example. Wow, what happened here? He arrived at 11 o'clock. What tense is it? Yes, simple past. And let's see the sentence. He has just arrived. What tense is it? Present perfect. Yes. He has just means that it happened a few seconds ago. The present perfect is not really a present tense. For example, when I say, I have collected over 200 butterflies, it means that I started in the past, up to the moment, up to the present, and maybe I will continue collecting the butterflies. So it has a projection to the future, okay? It started in the past, continue up to the moment that we are speaking, and maybe will continue. That is present perfect. It started in the past, continued in the present, and may continue in the future. Let's see. We say, my brother has been to many countries. When I say my brother has been to many countries, do I mention the time? The time is unknown. We don't mention it. It started in the past up to the moment, and maybe continue in the future, but the time is not mentioned. When the time is not mentioned, that is present perfect. But when I say, he went to Italy last year, he went to Italy last year, is the time mentioned? Yes, it says last year. Okay, so that's why it is in simple past. And here where we don't mention the time, it is in present perfect. Oh, here we have something interesting. A book. It says Mario Vargas Llosa, Historia de Maita. It's a book. Mario has written an interesting book already. Is the time mentioned? No, it's unknown. He started in the past, he did it in the past, up to the moment, and maybe he will continue. And here, action finished. What action finished? It says Mario wrote an interesting new book last year. That action is finished. So, is the time mentioned? Yes, last year. Okay? Well, I hope you understood the example. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the page or write to me to glatema5@hotmail.com. Bye-bye.